Everybody, and welcome to I thought, I thought it would almost be a good idea to talk about my World Series prediction. I am a baseball fan. So I thought, you know what, I might as well go over it. Here it's on. I've written it all out. Bias for me. I am a Cubs fan, but that I'm somebody that when I make these prediction shows, I throw out my bias. I completely take off my Cubs hat and say, okay, who's going to win? I mean, honestly, I have to be real about everything. Spoiler alert: I'm saying this because I don't have them winning the World Series. Gone nuts, so anymore. But that's the point. Because I don't have. Anyway, but we will get right into it. Tonight, I believe it is. That's why I decided to record this today. This is because tonight, obviously, it all starts with the Yankees and Twins. Let's see, that's Tuesday. Yankees and Twins. The Yankees at home. In this game, I'm going to have to go the Yankees. I think the Twins are a year ahead of rebuilding, almost. If I could call it that. I think they're kind of, or that, a year ahead, or, kind of a little bit. But it'll be a good game. I definitely think it'll be one of those games that, it'll take something, a play late that, determines the game, an error, or, a Yankees home run, something like that. But I think the Yankees will win this game. They'll play the Indians in their second round. Next, we have the D-backs and Rockies, which I believe is tomorrow. This will be another good game. These two teams are... I'm going to give the slight edge to the home team and the D-backs. But this will be another good game. I mean, that's the thing about the wild card is I think it's designed... The way they've kind of redesigned it is, yeah, it's one game, but I think it's going to be... You're always going to get a good game out of it. I mean, there's been a few times where it's kind of been, dominating one team, but it's always been a good game. It's never been one of those where it's like, I don't want to watch this. It's always been a good game. So, there's that. Then we have the first series, which we're going to go to, is the Cubs and the Nationals. I believe the Nationals just... They're having that thing where the season's about to start, or the postseason's about to start, and everything just seems to go bad. I think Harper coming back will be big, but I don't know if they'll have enough in the tank, enough to beat the Cubs. I think the Cubs have more depth than they do. I mean, that'll be even then, that's hard to say, I think the Cubs just have enough to beat them. I think it'll definitely go 5. But at the same point, I think some players just getting back with some other stuff. And with the Nationals, I think they're just, I don't know, I think it just seems like a curse for them. They're like the Capitals in hockey. They kind of have the same thing, where it's like, whatever reason, playoffs come around, things start to happen. Or, Harper's injuries happen in August, but I don't know. I think he'll definitely make an impact. I think Harper will play good, but I don't know if he'll play as well as he would have had he played the rest of the second half of the season. Second half of the season. That sounds weird. D-backs and Dodgers definitely is a matchup of two teams trending in different directions, and I think the team trending up will definitely be the one that wins. I don't say definitely. I think this series will go 4 or 5 games, but I think the Diamondbacks will be able to beat the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers just chose the wrong time to collapse. And the D-backs have all the confidence in the world because they gained so much on them, going in even into this. And I think they're definitely, it's going to be one of those things where the Diamondbacks have nothing to lose. The Dodgers have been, there was even a Sports Illustrated, I'm pretty sure even there was a Sports Illustrated article about them being the best team of all time. They have everything to lose by not getting the World Series. The Diamondbacks are playing with house money at that point. So it's definitely going to be tough, and I definitely think that the Diamondbacks will give them a series, and I think they'll win it. I really do think they'll win it. Yeah. Anyway, next then we have Cleveland and the Yankees. Cleveland trending up big time, obviously. They're a really good team. I think it took them a while to get some of the new acquisitions that they made on the offseason used to each other. And I think that happens with any team that loses the World Series. There's that hangover period. I think that definitely happened with the Cubs, too, who won. But I think once they righted the ship in late August, they were okay before then. But I think once they really hit their stride and started winning, and started, figuring out how to play with each other and everything, I think they're, the best team. Spoiler alert, I'm not going to say anything else, but I think they are definitely a team to beat. Next, Boston at Houston. I think another kind of playoff letdown for Boston is in store. I mean, I don't know if you call it a letdown because they're playing a really good team. I mean, Houston for most of the year was the team that you thought was going to get the 1 seed in the wild card, or in the AL playoff race until Cleveland got hot. They were probably, most of the year they were the second best team in baseball. And Boston, kind of this year, I think they do definitely have some good players, but I don't think they have enough to beat Houston. Houston definitely is on one of those, definitely a team that'll use home field advantage, advantage, so to say. Anyway, next we have the D-backs and Cubs. That would be the NLCS. I see this one going to the D-backs, honestly. I think they have enough to beat the Cubs. They're the only... I mean, it's painful to say it as a Cubs fan, but I think they do. Definitely, on paper, the D-backs... Again, the D-backs are just going out. And I think that's a thing that I don't think... Momentum in baseball is something that does not... It's one of those things where it doesn't really occur in some other sports. Momentum in baseball means everything. How you're playing recently, because it comes down to, okay, how's your pitcher throwing? If your pitcher's kind of having a down thing, it's not like it's, you can... If your starter has a down game, and it starts to wear on him, and you throw him out there for the next game, and it's still wearing on him, it's going to be wearing on the scoreboard. It's not a game that momentum does not carry, and that's the thing about baseball is it's such a game that momentum can shift, but momentum carries, if that makes sense. It definitely is a part of the game. So, confidence is definitely a part of baseball, more than anything. I'd say it's the sport in which that matters the most. So, there's that. But I think the D-backs will end up winning that series. I mean, the Cubs are hot too. Don't get me wrong there. They're definitely they played good in the second half. But I think the D-backs will just have more to prove, and more. Again, like I said, they're playing with house money at this point. So they're gonna have be less scared. So there's that. Cleveland at Houston. I think Cleveland's gonna continue. Again, this is gonna be a good series. Like, this will be historically good, I hope. This will be a really good series. Definitely a series that you can expect to go 7 games and have some drama. But I think in the end, you'll see the Indians move on. I think the home field advantage will play a factor. And I think they'll move on. I think Cleveland moves on and plays the D-backs in the World Series. That series will be a good one. I think this is about the time that Arizona will start to run out of gas. Expect it to only go 5 or 6 games. Cleveland will win it. They'll finally get their championship. After being up 3-1 to the Cubs last year, I think this is where they finally get it. And I think they finish them off in 6 games. But anyway, guys, this has been my World Series predictions. Again, if you disagree with anything I say, which is pretty easy to do since it's playoffs. I mean, there's so many different viewpoints, and you can make the case for any of these teams winning the World Series. So, if you want your comment to be heard, just put it down in the comments. I love reading them, and again, I'll try to get back to anybody who puts them in that is challenging, so to say. I don't care. Challenging is a bad word to say, but I mean that's what it is, kind of. Debating. Definitely, debates in the comments are fun as long as they're not about something stupid, about something real. But anyway, guys, this has been Tyler here with my World Series predictions. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, leave your predictions in the comments, and that's it. Bye.